started with 4 rounds scheduled in the cruiserweight division, and it is being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red and Foot Asylum. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge is Mick Collier. Our referee in charge and scoring this contest will be Lee Cook. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he's wearing black with green and weighed in at 14 stone, 1 pound. Coming to us from Westbury, his professional record consists of no wins with 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Williams. His opponent across the ring fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing gold and weighed in at 14 stone, 3 pounds. Hailing from Hainault, tonight he is making his professional boxing debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing James Branch Jr.
Times. Keep your punches clean and on target. I want to tell you to break, do so straight away and take a step back. Shake hands. Good luck to you both.
So, 4-rounder and a first professional outing for James Branch. His dad was a professional fighter as well, had 4 pro fights to his name. James Branch has that look of a man from the 1920s, doesn't he? He's a southpaw. Lee Cook, the referee, almost getting his way. First action of a professional. He facially looks a little bit like Gene Tunney, the former world heavyweight champion, big mate of George Bernard Shaw back in the day. If he turns out to be half as good, that's going to be some likeness.
It's all about just settling those nerves on a debut, especially when you carry a name like Branch, who's, especially in the amateur code, was such a star, was his dad. But he's carved his own path, as an amateur. Now he's hoping to go on and make an impression in the pro ranks. He looks nice and relaxed, John.
Yeah, elite cruiserweight champion from last year, won a split decision in that final against Bryce Goodrich. Trained by Martin Bowers out of the Peacock Gym. And Martin actually trained his dad.
Crazy.
Kevin Williams from Westbury. Married with 4 kids. Not much amateur experience, but comes into the professional ranks on the back of 28 white collar fights, having first made his way down to a gym 5 years ago when he was 27.
Obviously what Williams has to do here is get that left foot on the outside. We say the same thing every time you orthodox fighter fights a southpaw, but that's what you have to do. You got to try and line him up for that right hand through the guard. But with Branch here dictating the pace, taking the centre of the ring, a bit more fluency in his work.
Stands about 6'3", Branch. Four-rounder to kick things off tonight, and referee Lee Cook, the man scoring it.
Yeah, solid little left hand there, short left hand there from Branch. Williams took it well though. Gotta be flicking that jab out constantly now, Branch. Maybe throwing a right hook, trying to get, good right hand there from
Caught
Williams.
there, wasn't he? That was probably the best punch of the round from Williams, that right hand.
You got to be throwing that jab and maybe that little right hook around the shop, setting him up for that long right hand, Branch. Got to be moving him to his left.
Right hand, though, will have given Williams a little bit of heart. If he didn't fancy it when it started, maybe he does now.
Trevor. Yeah? You're a private landlord, right? And your tenants are in a tough financial situation. They can't pay their rent, which is keeping you up at night.
Yeah, but
You're with Direct Line. They'll repay any unpaid rent until the tenants are out. So relax, Trevor. It's time for me to put you to sleep. Coco?
Landlords. Direct Line guarantees to beat the quote and renewal premium of other insurers for the same cover.
Won't worry about it. No.
First professional fight for James Branch, just 22 years old. Had mostly his own way, but he got caught by right hand in the closing
Well,
second.
he's too close to the target. He just stood back with his hands down. That's all that happened there.
Seconds out, round 2.
Which is an easy mistake to make, but obviously at this sort of weight, a very dangerous mistake. But he has that hands, he has that hands low style, that relaxed style where he's going to have to take a few risks. If he's going to stick with his style of hands low, then you don't stay close to the target. You move around it very quickly.
Second round of 4. Fight made at the cruiserweight division.
He's a little feint here now, doesn't he, Branch?
He's inviting Williams to come forward, keeping his hands low. There's a gaggle of very enthusiastic fans who've made their way up, giving Branch vociferous support.
Doesn't want to be there, Williams. He's off the ropes. And also, when Branch has got his hands low there, just no sort of feinting, that's where Williams has to dive in with a double right hand. I'd say not dive in, but throw that double right hand, push him back. Nice body shot there from Jamie Branch. That's better.
I'm not writing any headlines as yet, Branch. Wants to find something a bit more solid than he's produced so far.
No, but I think he's keeping Williams quiet. Williams is when you box him with the hands low, you just feel they're setting you up for some sort of attack. So that's just keeping Williams from committing to anything. But you're right, Branch needs to do maybe a little bit more work. When he does let his hands go, he's having a bit of success.
A straight left hand through the guard there. Williams backed up right in front of us in that corner. Well, he gave him the first round and presumably winning the second as well here, Branchbury.
No, he's winning the round. He's just getting him a little bit too close to the target when he gets Williams on the ropes.
Trevor.
yeah.
You're a private landlord, right? And your tenants are in a tough financial situation. They can't pay their rent, which is keeping you up at night.
Yeah, but
You're with Direct Line. They'll repay any unpaid rent until the tenants are out. So relax, Trevor. It's time for me to put you to sleep. Coco?
Landlords. Direct Line guarantees to beat the quote and renewal premium of other insurers for the same cover.
Pull out that side, put your shots together. You're looking for singles round the body. They won't share. So what?
O'Hara Davis getting ready for his fight coming up against Paul Kamanga.
Seconds out, round 3.
He's in there next. looking to build towards a world title. James Branch on his pro debut here, winning the first 2 rounds, but maybe not quite stamping his authority on it as he would have wished as yet, but that's better. Solid left hand to the body.
Well, Martin Bowles in the corner was just saying, no, you're doing okay, but more boxing, less showboating. And obviously, you know, it's your debut, you're trying to impress, and sometimes you're trying too hard to impress, you forget about actually doing any work. That's good there. Look at the difference there, though.
Couple more solid body shots right on the border.
Good body shot. Williams doing well, Mike. Williams is staying nice and calm, just tucking up nice and tight.
He still fancies his chances of catching him, doesn't he? Because Branch, when he gets in front, he loads up on the body and still keeps those gloves low.
Yeah, but good little right-left there from Branch, straight down the middle, centre of the guard. Looking for that big punch at times, Branch, but that's better. Just put your punches together, you'll find the gaps.
Had a couple of fights as an amateur against Lawrence Okoli. Branch said he would love to have the chance to fight him again as a pro. Had a win and a loss against him as an amateur.
Two more productive rounds here from Branch. You know, this is the debut, a lot of pressure, and I think he's, you know, trying, a bit low there with the left hand.
Certainly was, right in front of the referee as well, who did absolutely zip about it.
He's had to take a couple of sneaky shots, Branch, but you know, I think he's been quite in charge, in control.
You'd like to see him jab a bit more than he has been doing.
Yeah, you probably would, to be honest, but I think that low hand thing, he's trying to set this Williams up to come forward to walk onto something. It's not quite working yet, but he's boxed well in this round. Been more assertive, he's been.
Well, that's 3 rounds out of 3, no question about it. And his fans seem happy enough. Whether or not he's setting the neutrals alight.
I want to see singles. You hit him in the body. What do we do? What do we throw? Come on. Don't worry about that. Right.
Last round,
Thank you. Got it? Sit up straight. All right there. I suck it in.
Martin Bowers giving the words of advice.
Well, he came up the corner, all full of business, I thought, in that round, Jamie Branch. Again, pushing Williams back, landing some good body shots, landing some good combinations. Again, every now and again, you know, just only every now and again, stands a little bit too tall, close to the target, and with his hands low, that's a danger. But you know, he'll learn off that as he goes along. He's boxing okay.
Seconds out, 4th and final round.
It looks as though he's moving towards the win he wants to launch his pro career with. James Branch, just 3 minutes away now.
He's got fast hands for the big fella.
Very soft physique.
He's young, that's all that is. Good shot, good movement there as well there from Branch. Just a little shimmy to the right to get that, make a bit of space for that right hook to the body. he's done well, Williams, mind, to soak a lot of this up. He kept his shape quite well in a fair bit of pressure with a guy who's obviously physically better than him, technically better than him also.
Good body shots again.
Yeah, it started off and just a little, like he almost touched him like a half a feint with that jab first of all from Branch before he dipped down to the body.
He's trying to unload a bit here and putting more on these, trying to get him out. And the crowd responding. Showing a bit more power in his punches.
Now this is where he needs a feint. Jamie Branch. Good shot, good left hand there, little screw shot through the guard, little change of angle of the punch. Just opens up the guard.
Two or three more solid looking body shots. Williams absorbing them all.
It's a good learning fight for him because he's getting a little bit too close to the tag, so he's having to push a lot, waste a lot of energy. Branch, there's some things he'll learn from that, but when he puts his punches together, he looks pretty good. And I think he put too much pressure on himself. I think he's come out, hoping and expecting to set the world alight, and put a little bit too much pressure, trying to showboat a little bit too much in the early rounds. And then Martin Bowers in the corner told him to forget about that, just go about your work. And I think the last 2 rounds, he's been much improved.
So last few seconds of the fight, and it's going to be a win for James Branch. And getting it out of the way. First 4 rounds as a paid fighter. But clearly a long way still to go.
Well, what he's going to have to do is tighten that defence. I think that low hands thing is sort of good going forwards. And you see, and you got good little moves there, a little shimmy of the shoulders, a little step to the side, throw the body shot. Now look at that, that's good. That's good doing it from range as well, and then his hands go. He puts his punch together quite well. But he just sometimes is a little bit too loose for the defence, close to the target, got clipped a few times.
And he won't have to go too much higher up the rankings before he's going to be wide open to counters being thrown off those ropes.
But he's young, and it's his debut, and a lot of pressure on him to impress. And you can you're given a pass for some of those things, and it's a learning process, and it'll take a while to adjust to that. The dropping your hands thing, you'll soon get rid of that when you get clipped, by a big tough pro. But for now, I think you have to be. It was a good little debut. It wasn't like the set the world alight thing that he was hoping for. But I think the last couple of rounds he put his punches together quite well and looked the fight that people have been talking about.
Well, we're assuming that it's a win for James Branch. Let's see if we can get some confirmation.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Lee Cook, scores the contest 40-36 in favor of your winner and successful tonight in his professional boxing debut, James Branch Jr.
So 4 rounds out of 4 it was. James Branch starting with the anticipated win. How far will he go? Time will tell. But there's still